Renad Mansour has been following the story from Beirut and he joins us live. Welcome to the programme. Iraqi forces are ramping up their offensive. How likely is it that they will take Fallujah?
Well, I think at some point it is likely, but it won't be quick and it won't happen soon. I think what we're all seeing is that this will be a long battle, even though it's a small city. And even if they're able to take Fallujah through a very strong bombardment campaign, the question then has to be how long can they actually keep Fallujah? Keep in mind, Fallujah was the first city, as was mentioned, that was essentially taken when the Islamic State reemerged in Iraq early 2014. So while these Iraqi security forces, which actually aren't one cohesive group, but contain many different groups working together, they may be able to, on all three sides or four sides, move into Fallujah and perhaps take parts of the Islamic State out. But this is a city that has, for the last 2 years, over 2 years, been a part of the Islamic State, and you have 70,000 residents that have lived through this. And so the problem is we need to see how, if not just how effective they'll be militarily, but how, in terms of stabilization, in terms of reconstruction, how well they'll be able to maintain their control over the city. That's the question.
And why is this city so important in terms of geography to Baghdad and also its symbolism?
Well, I mean, clearly, it's very close to Baghdad. And particularly as we see DAESH changing its tactics, moving away from what it used to pride itself on as a state-like force that occupies or invades, moving more back to the sort of Al-Qaeda in Iraq, its predecessor, that model of terrorist attacks, suicide attacks in the central government in Baghdad against civilians. A lot of these attacks are planned, organized through Fallujah because it's so close to the capital. So to that extent, it's important as ISIS changes its strategies. Symbolically as well, I mean, Fallujah has been the graveyard of many different occupying forces, be it the Islamic State, be it the US-led coalition. I mean, all sides have had difficulties retaking Fallujah, and so symbolically it's important for the Iraqi government to be able to retake back its city.
Okay, Renad Mansour in Beirut, thank you for joining us.